Hello and welcome to this KNX product training. In this course, I'm going to provide you the information how to configure the KNX Thermostat keypad and combo switch from Interra company in ETS. By the way, my name is Amir and I hope this training can fit your requirements. So let's start. So in this course, I'm going to tell you how to control the fan coil 3-speed 2-pipe with the thermostat. So this is a thermostat from Interra we have in this example. With button number 1, I'm going to call the automatic mode to control the fan coil. So in this way, the controller, PI controller, works automatically to compare the set point and current room temperature based on the season and sends the adequate control value to the actuator. So this number 1 is go to call the automatic mode. The button number 2 is go to switch off the fan coil. If I want to tell you more, it's going to switch off the fan. So button number 3 is going to control the fan speed manually. Speed 1, 2, 3 manually with the button. So when we control the manually, we are going to exit the automatic mode. And button number 4 is going to call the special mode. The special mode, it means the special set points like the comfort, standby, economy and protection for different season. Button up and button down is going to control the set point. Increase and decrease the set point. This is a fan coil actuator, or if I can want to say more, this is a combo switch, combination switch, multitask switch. One of the tasks is to control the fan coil 3-speed. So I'm going to use the first 4 outputs, output C1, C2, C3, C4 to control the fan coil. So the wiring is like this. The output 1 is going to connect to the valve. The output 2, 3, 4 is going to connect to the speed 1, 2, 3. Okay? Remember that always for KNX devices, you should follow the rules in datasheet or manual to do the wiring. This is important, especially for fan coil, shutter and so on. Okay, good. So let's continue with the ETS, because now we understand what we need. The problems is cleared, how to wiring, and now we are going to configure the ETS. Okay, let's start with combo switch. So this switch has 24 output. We want to tell the first 4 output is going to control the fan coil. So here the arrangement, the first arrangement, I change it from shutter blind to fan coil 2-pipe. Okay, good. Yes. So how about the configuration? The configuration is here. I'm going to put the fan coil function to heating and cooling, and also I'm going to activate the manual fan control. Then here in a special function, I'm going to tell the fan coil actuator, or we can say combo switch, to provide the fan level individually. This is because later in next examples I'm going to tell you how to configure the fan coil in Interra touch panel. So in that case, with the fan level individually, we have the precise feedback in that touch panel. Okay. So let's see the group objects. As you can see, we have the group objects to control the fan coil manually, speed 1, 2, 3, with one byte object. We have the heating and cooling changeover. We have the feedback for the fan level 1, 2, 3. Good. The most important group objects, common value for heating and cooling. These objects are going to be linked with the output of the thermostat. or we can say output of the PID controller. Then here we have the return to automatic mode. So when we change the fan coil from automatic to manual, when we call speed 1, 2, 3 manually, so to go back to the automatic mode we need these group objects. Also we have the manual automatic fan feedback. Okay, so we need we already generate the needed group objects from the fan coil actuator, or we can say combo switch. Then we go to the thermostat. So thermostat, you can see the group objects are empty. We should tell the keypad. As you remember from the presentation, we have 8 buttons. You remember it? Good. So now I'm going to tell we have the 8 button, and here I'm going to activate the room controller. Room controller, this is a closed loop controller, and I'm going to tell we have the fan control available. I mean fan control with the manually. That's good. So now we are going to tell the push button. Push button number 1, we put the disable to switch, and with this switch we only send off. Why we put this? Because you remember here I told you the output 1 is going to call the auto. So with useful data 1 bit 0, it's going to call the auto. Okay, so the fan coil actuators is going to be returned to the automatic with the 0. So how you find this information? Always you should go to the manual of the device. In manual it is mentioned. So this one is switching, send 0. Button number 2, we put function to value 1 byte, and when we put it in 1 byte it sends 0. Why we do it like this? Because with button number 2 I want to send the 0 speed to switch off the fan. Okay, but remember, this is one of the many examples we can configure the device. Okay, this is some things I configure it according to my needs in project, for example. Okay, good. So with short press I can sense the 0 to make the speed of the fan 0. So go to button number 2. Do you remember what was the button number 3? Fan speed. Okay, for fan speed I put it in step switching. 1 byte. How many steps? We have 3 steps. When we call step number 1, it sends 1. For step 2 it sends 2, and for step 3 it sends 3. Okay, this is some number between 0 to 255. Okay, this is a 1 byte data point type, so it's going to send 1, 2, 3 to call the speed 1, 2, 3 manually. Okay, good. So for button number 4, you remember we call the special mode. So here I only choose the thermostat extension control, and here it's written change between all operating modes. Okay, good. So now the button number 1, 2, 3, 4 is assigned. So let's go to room controller. What we have in room controller? First of all, this thermostat is going to play as a master, okay, because it's coming with the controller inside. So here also I tell the thermostat to control the heating and cooling, because we want both seasons in this case. Okay, maybe in some situations you need only one of them. The common value or output is 2 separated objects. We are happy with this. The heating and cooling changeover is automatic or via the communication objects. I put with the communication objects. What is the room controller after the reset? Previous value. What is the operating mode after the reset? Previous value. That's it. We leave it like this. For heating, the heating controller type, I change from the 2.2 continuous, the PI controller. And for the coefficient of proportional and integral, I choose the fan coil. Okay? So 4K and 90 mean is going to provided by the manufacturers, because they have the ideal room, they calculate it, and we go with this like this. We do not change anything. For cooling also, I'm going to choose the continuous and choose the fan coil. Okay, good. For the set points, because I want to change, be able to change plus 10 and minus 10 by the button, so I choose the maximum. If you have the residential project, you should go with this one. But if you have the office projects, maybe you have the admin and you want to eliminate the changing of the set point by the people, it depends on you. So what's happening in LCD? Okay, so in general, we can see here, we said that in button, you remember up and down, huh? Have you remembered it? So let's see, this is up and down. So here I say short press on up is going to control set points, is increase steps 0.5 Kelvin, and for down is going to control set points. That's great. For fan indicator, you remember in the switch actuator, I choose the individual. Also here I choose the individual, and here it's written 0 for auto. Yes, we are happy, 0 for auto. Good, so let's see the group objects, what we have. The button number 1 is going to control the automatic mode, button number 2 called the 0 speed, button number 3 speed number 1, 2, 3, button number 4 for operating mode. Actual internal temperature, so it's going to sense the temperature, it's read by the sensor inside of the thermostat. Operating mode switch over, you remember the special mode for the comfort, economy, and so on. We can use the operating mode. Heating, cooling, changeover. Yes, change the season with the status. Common control for heating and cooling. You remember we have it also in actuator. So this is the what we have here. Common value for heating and cooling. This is the output of the PI controller. This is they are the most important group objects here. Set the manual set points. So we set the manual set points here. We link it with the button. Of course, later I will show you. But also from the touch panel or server, we link with this set manual set points to change the set points. Fan indicator, individual level 1, 2, 3. That's great. Fan indicator, auto manual. These indicators is going to show the fan level inside of the thermostat on the LCD. Okay, so here you see in here we have fan level 1, 2, 3, and auto is going to be shown here, and that's it. Yes, so I can say we have all needed group objects. Now we should go with the group address. So from the panel, I'm going to call the group address. So here, add main group address. Main is for your zone, floor, and so on. For example, this is the floor number 2. zone A. The middle is a function, so the middle is fan coil FC, fan coil unit, or HVAC. Yes, and now I'm going to create the group addresses. Okay, but because the writings is so boring, I'm going to provide you many group addresses to have the quite complete functional block. So I'm going to copy and paste it from previous projects. Okay, good. So once again, I tell you what we need. We want to provide this configuration: button number 1, button number 2, 3, 4, up and down, to control the fan coil with the thermostat. And you remember this, the first 4 output, and the wiring like this. The output number 1 is for the valve. Output number 2, 3, 4 control the fan speed. Okay, good. So now here, the first group address is control the manual speed. So we should link between the manual speed here and the actuator. Okay, of course we want to call the speed number 0, so I also link the button number 2. For heat and cool, from the actuator, from the thermostat, we have the heating and cooling changeover. I link it here. Okay, and from the actuator side, we have the heating and cooling changeover. So later I'm going to change the heat and cool by the touch panel. Okay, I do not use the button in the keypad because later I want to use the button from the keypad to control the light, shutter, dimmer, and so on. Okay, good. For manual auto, what I'm going to do is from the actuator side, I'm going to link the return to automatic mode, and from the keypad side, I'm going to link the button number 1 to call the return to automatic mode. Okay, good. For the set point, you remember we have the button and we have the input of the controller. So here we have the manual set point from the thermostat, and we have the button up and button down set points. Link it here. That's it. Exactly. For control special mode, you remember from the thermostat side, we have the operating mode switch over. This is a special mode. And for the button, we have button number 4, operating mode. Okay, so good. For the control heating value and control cooling value. For heating value, we have the heating value from the PI controller, link it with switch actuator, common value for heating, both of them. For the cooling value, also from the switch actuator, common value for cooling, and from the thermostat, common value for cooling. This is the output from PI controller. Status mode heat and cool, we have the status mode heat and cool from the thermostat side. Manual auto status, from the indicator we have the fan indicator, exactly right, and from the switch actuator we have the manual constant fan feedback. Link it here. Status of the set point, so what we have is in I switch, or we can say thermostatic keypad, We have the actual set point temperature, the output of the thermostat. Also, we have the feedback for the button. We need it. We link it here. For the special mode, we only have one group object. You remember operating mode status. For the status current temperature of the room, we have the actual temperature. Exactly. For a speed number 1, 2, 3. From the actuator side, it's going to report what is the speed of the fan. Feedback for fan level 1, feedback for fan level 2, feedback for fan level 3. Also, we want to show it in LCD of the thermostat. So here, feedback for fan level 3, feedback for fan level 2, feedback for fan level 1. One things we should here is we should use the logic to have the right feedback in touch panel for the automatic mode. I'm going to mention it in the touch panel configuration later. Okay, so now it's complete. We have about 15 group addresses plus one with logic for the right feedback. For the automatic mode, we need 15 to make this fan coil work. In this case, after you download it, you can control the systems very smoothly. Of course, I check it in the project, it works. By the way, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you very much to listen to me. By the way, my name is Amir. I'm a KNX tutor. You can reach me with info@sccenter.ir or sccenter.ir@gmail.com or training@sccenter.ir. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a nice day and see you soon in the next exam.